Alam kong nandito ka sa video na ito kasi isa ka rin sa mga taong nag-iisip na mag-shift na towards working from home. Pero hindi mo siya maumpisan dahil sa mga napakaraming what ifs na pumitigil sa'yo. Gaya ng what if hindi mag-work or what if hindi ako makahanap ng clients. At iba't iba pang mga what ifs na pumitigil sa'yo. Pagod ka na ba sa traffic, overtime, at paulit-ulit na 8 to 5? At minsan, sahod na hindi kayang i-sustain ang iyong basic lifestyle at ng pamilya mo. Nakakapagod, nakakasawa. Kaya for sure, naghanap ka ng solusyon kung paano at kung kakayanin mo ba ang mag-shift from office setup to becoming a full-time work-from-home employee. Well, the quick answer there is yes. Pero hindi siya magic. Hi, this is Jomar and welcome to my channel, which is all about my personal journey of working from home, my travels, and all of my life experiences. Today, come along with me to another episode of Jom, a journey of me. So stay with me on this vlog and let's talk about what it really takes to shift from office to remote work. It's about the mindset, the challenges, and how to actually start. But before we get into the details, let me tell you something about myself. Kasi napapaisip ka siguro sino nga ba yung nagsasabi ng mga bagay tungkol sa working from home. This will give you a better context about the points that we will be discussing on this video. So make sure you finish the video and subscribe to get more tips and tricks on how to properly and effectively start your own work from home journey. And just like you, ganyan rin ako 8 years ago. I am Jomar and I have been working from home since 2017. Yes, 2017, hindi pa uso ang work from home setup during that time. And to tell you, that shift was really scary, but that shift is also one of the biggest and the greatest things that happened to my journey. And like any other on-site people, I also experienced the difficulties of the long traffic and chaos of Metro Manila. Yung pagod ka na nga sa trabaho the whole day para ka pang sasabak sa isa pang battle sa biyahe mo pa uwi. Plus, kailangan mo pang maging alam at tanglawin para sa safety mo sa kung ano pang mga pwedeng mangyari sa'yo sa biyahe. I was also so tired of that, which is why it didn't work. Next is that I tried my luck sa abroad. 2016, I flew from the Philippines to the United Arab Emirates. Yes, nag-Dubai ako at the age of 19. No family members, not much of friends, but I just tried my best to take the risk of living and working abroad. It's a typical OFW story na sobrang init na nga ng panahon, sobrang hirap pa makahanap ng trabaho. Well, isabay mo pa yan sa inggit mo sa tuwing nakikita mo ang pamilya mo na nagse-celebrate ng mga special occasions like Pasko, New Year, birthday ni Anne.
Birthday ko?
Hindi ko yan, birthday mo. Yung...
Oo.
Uy, ano? Sa palagi mo, bakit mamimiss ng OFW yung birthday mo?
At saka of course yung pagka-miss mo sa luto ni Mama.
Manong ulam.
And syempre, yung comfort ng sarili mong bahay at sarili mong bansa. But still, it didn't work out. And from there, I decided to go back to the Philippines and thought baka nasa Pilipinas lang talaga ang swerte ko. So I tried applying for local jobs. I tried office admin, didn't work. Sales job, the quota is too high to reach for me. I tried local marketing jobs, but I find the environment toxic. Grabe yung office politics at credit grabbing, lalo na sa mga newbies na kagaya ko. Tapos kaunting validation na nga lang hindi pa maibigay. Like, sobrang damot naman di. What the fuck? Call center? Yes, I also tried. Nagtagal naman ako ng 2 years pero napagod ako sa buhay na parang kahit sarili mong pahinga, nakukuha pa dahil sa isa mong katrabahong nag-sick leave bigla, pero nung bumalik, may sunburn na.
Boss? Ay, yes po. Nag-outing po ako habang naka-sick leave. Ay, akala ko po kasi ako yung mamimili kung saan ko gusto mag-heal.
So, relate ka ba? All of these and wala akong naipon. Believe me, I'm young and single that time. Walang luho, just relying to myself but wala talagang ipon. And natatandaan ko pa that time ang nasa bangko ko 2,800 pesos lang na galing pa sa perfect attendance incentive sa call center. And take note, nakuha ko yan because of no lates, no overbreaks, no absences at no filed leaves in a month. Yes, diba? Sobrang brutal. Kala mo perfect ka, di ba? You devoted the whole of yourself, the whole month to the company para lang makakuha ng 2,800 pesos. Not bad, but you know, the mental health really suffers. And halos iuntog ko yung ulo ko sa keyboard kasi sobrang nakakapagod. Parang walang nag-fit na career for me. So there, sobrang takot ko man, I have to make a move, shift, and turn my life around. Then there goes this 8 years of journey, a journey of me. So this means just like you, we are on the same page. I can totally relate on how you feel, which is why I'm giving you all of these genuine tips that I can share to help you succeed. So ayan, let's start talking about the 6 things I did and learned before starting my work from home journey. Be mentally prepared, because being mentally prepared is the first thing you really need to consider. Honestly, isa to sa mga pinaka-basic pero pinaka-importanting bagay na hindi ko naisip nung nagsisimula ako. You should have the right mindset before you engage into working from home setup. I jumped into it right away. Akala ko kasi, work from home lang. Mas chill, mas madali, pero hindi pala. You have to ask yourself, ano nga ba yung mga considerations? And just like anything worth doing, hindi agad madali ang journey. And I am not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this so you can set your expectations. Finding a client is so hard kasi ang competition, lalo ngayon, ang dami na ng mga work-from-home individuals, hindi lang sa Pilipinas pero sa buong mundo. And that is the total competition. And according to OutsourceAccelerator.com, more than half of Filipino workers, or 52%, have been working from home for years now. Based on a study joined by JobStreet, it spiked to 85% during the COVID-19 pandemic as part of their flexible work arrangements. And take note, hindi pa dyan kasama ang international competition na meron tayo for top outsourcing countries like India, Pakistan at iba pang mga low-paying labor countries. So there, be ready. At dahil mahirap na ang client searching, you should also consider days of no income. Well, tanungin mo ang sarili mo, kaya ba ng bank account mo yung support sa'yo sa panahong wala ka pang client? So we have to be ready for realities like this, kasi ang pagtatrabaho sa bahay ay parang pagsusugal. Para siyang negosyo na mayroong risk and of course mayroon ding return. It's not something that will give you the dream life that you always wanted in an instant. Another thing when it comes to mindset is that kaya mo bang maging lone soldier? Kasi sa buhay na ganito, mag-uumpisa ka sa isang tahimik na lugar. Walang office chika, walang lunch out, or walang yossi break with friends. There will be a shift when it comes to your social circles. So kung nasanay ka sa interactive environment, you should keep yourself ready.
Handa na ba kayo?
Ang problema ko noon, I didn't plan well. I didn't ask myself. So with this, you should ask yourself kung mentally and emotionally prepared ka na ba for these changes. Plan ahead, because always remember that failing to plan is planning to fail. Number 2, experience and language. Experience? Wala akong experience, and that what stopped me for weeks. Kasi halos lahat ng job post may ganito.
Hi, I'm Lynn from Las Vegas Models. We're hiring new promotional models to work in Las Vegas, USA. Are you 18 to 21 years old? Do you have good English skills, a pleasing personality, and a desire for an exciting new life? If so, this opportunity may be for you. If this sounds interesting, please email us so we can arrange a personal interview. Thanks.
Halos lahat ng job post may ganito. 2 years VA experience required. Must handle international clients. Paano kung wala pa, di ba? I remember doubting myself a lot during that time. Parang ang hirap magsimula kung lahat ng daan sarado na agad. But here's what I learned. Sabi nga nila, we all start somewhere, di ba? Lahat ng successful remote worker ngayon, for sure, nagsimula rin sa zero. Kaya instead of waiting for a client to discover me, I started preparing for one. So I enrolled myself sa YU, or YouTube University. I also once watched videos like this one that you are watching. And believe me, it is really effective lalo na kung galing sa experience yung mga dinidiscuss. Believe me, ang daming mga freelancers at work-from-home individuals na gaya ko ang nagbibigay ng free tips and tutorials to start their journey. I also enrolled in free courses sa Google Coursera, or even some of the free trainings hosted by different Facebook groups or online communities that are willing to help out. There are so many members who are really willing to lend a hand. And I myself is doing free VA trainings from time to time, so just subscribe and be updated on the upcoming training dates. Next to that, instead of waiting for nothing, gumawa ako ng mock-up projects, mga sample email replies, social media posts, Canva design, kahit hindi pa siya actual client work pero meron na akong something to show. And of course, kasali rin dyan ang basic skills sa English communication
Do you have good English skills?
because I always believe that communication is the key. This is very helpful, at least kahit hindi align yung dati mong trabaho ay meron ka ng bala sa laban na ito. And take those pieces you've learned from different people as your own. Because experience isn't always something you're given, it's something you build. And the next one here is working peripherals. Diba? Nainis ka rin? So working peripherals mean, do you have the right machine and tools to have you started on this journey? So I remembered my early days. Grabe, that is my old working setup. Sirang monitor, laptop na hiniram sa kapitbahay, at yung wifi na secretly na kinoconnect ko sa kapitbahay. So shout out sa kapitbahay namin dati at pinsan kong si Dimple na sinuhulan ko ng 20 para secretly ibigay niya sa akin ang password ng kanilang wifi.
Hanggang saan aabot ang 20 pesos mo?
So basically, computer, wifi, backup power, and other things that you might need for a job. Hindi kailangan mamahalin ang gamit, pero dapat remember ito ay gumagana. Kasi, truth be told, most of the clients these days are not giving devices. Maswerte ka kung may ganoon mang client, but having the basic ones will save your life. Kahit gaano ka kagaling kung palpak ang gamit mo, pwede ka pa rin mawalan ng chance na makakuha or makaretain ng client. Kasi imagine this, may interview ka for your first job, excited ka na, tas biglang nag-lag ang laptop mo, or nawalan ka ng internet in the middle of the call, or nawalan ka ng webcam, or sobrang garbled ng mic mo kaya hindi ka naintindihan. Kaya kagaya ko, kita mo naman noon. Kaya kahit hindi bago, basta maaasahan, okay na. You just need to show na you're reliable, and that starts with the basics. Remote work is built on trust, and trust begins with working tools. So kung umabot ka sa part na ito, congrats! You officially survived half of this episode. At kung natawa ka, natamaan, o kahit konti man lang ay may napulot ka, hit that like button. And if kung gusto mong samahan ako sa mga susunod kong journey, breakthroughs, breakdowns, travels, bagong trabaho, subscribe na. Or kung may mga tanong kang hindi ko pa nasasagot or masasagot, you can comment it down below and I will try to answer them. Kasi ito ang journey of me, pwede ring journey nating lahat. And fourth thing to consider is distractions and boundaries. At kung wala namang istorbo sa paligid mo, pero ikaw mismo ang laging nadidistract, don't worry. Kasama mo ako dyan. As a person diagnosed with ADHD, ang dali kong madistract. Yung tipong nagche-check lang ako ng email, tas bigla akong napunta sa TikTok. 30 minutes later, nakahiga na ako. And then from that, alam ko na ang mga bagay sa chismis ni Christian Daza. Yung tipong hindi rin ako nahuli kung sino nga ba ang nasa blind item ni Mama OG Diaz. So hindi ko alam kung talaga bang may ADHD ako at madaling madistract or talagang chismoso lang ako. But the main thing is that you should scroll later and focus now. It sounds so simple pero discipline is built one small habit at a time. Kung naghahanap ka pa lang ng first client, always remember na wala pang bayad ang oras mo. Wala pang deadline, wala pang meeting, at wala pang income. Kaya ang pinakakalaban mo ngayon, distractions, self-doubt, and inconsistency. And if you don't learn how to manage this early on, mahihirapan ka talagang umusad. Ngayon pa lang, dapat isipin mo na your productivity depends on how you protect your focus. Medyo mahirap pero kaya naman. At kung kilala mo naman ang sarili mo na easily distracted, as early as now, you should start training yourself to improve. And number 5 is one of the most important, where to find clients. Okay, so sabihin natin ready ka na, may mindset ka na, meron ka ng gamit, and meron ka ng basic skills. Now, the big question is, saan ka nga ba makakahanap ng client? So for most beginners, this is the scariest part kasi parang ang daming platform, ang daming tao na mas magaling, mas may experience at mas matagal na sa field. But the thing about it is you are trying and you should try efficiently. So the next few frames will show you where I usually find my clients. Pause the video, take notes, and after watching this, please start creating a profile. Sa mundong ito, bawal tamarin.
Masipag kami. Di kami tamad. Di kami kagaya mo. Yun yung nagsiseparate sa ating dalawa. Di ako ikaw tamad ka. Huwag mo akong kausapin.
So heto na nga ang mga website na ginagamit ko para makahanap ng work from home jobs. Number 1 is onlinejobs.ph. Next to that is Facebook groups. Another one is upwork.com. And marami pang iba, and we will talk about them on the next episode of Drum. So keep watching. So you should start with just one platform. Huwag ka munang malito sa dami. Focus on building a strong profile and apply to 3 to 5 jobs every day. Each proposal should be customized, not copy-paste, para mapansin ka kaagad. Track your applications, take note of what works, and most of all, don't get discouraged. Kasi minsan, ang tagal talaga nilang sumagot or minsan hindi talaga sila sumasagot. But rejection is part of the process, especially sa simula. What matters most is consistency. Kasi minsan, one reply lang, one yes from a client can completely change your journey. So the main thing here is don't stop applying until makakuha ka ng live-paying client. And next to that, and the last point, don't expect instant millions because rates grow with time. Hindi masamang mangarap, but you should know why it matters because many beginners quit too early because they feel underpaid. May pera sa remote work, pero kung inaasahan mong yayaman ka kaagad after 1 week, sorry, you'll be disappointed. Yes, I know because I've been there. The first online work from home job that I took was being an English tutor sa mga Chinese students. So salute sa mga ESL teachers natin dyan. Isa yung craft. Imagine the creativity, pasensya at effort to get the attention of students lalo na pag online. Napapagod ako ng isang oras kakakanta ng Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Why twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you
May kasama pa yung dance movement sa just to get paid 37 pesos per hour. Yes, you're right. 37 pesos per hour. And take note, depende pa yan sa dami ng bookings na meron ako sa loob ng isang araw. I almost quit the third day but then I stayed a bit longer and binalikan ko yung days na hindi lang trabaho ang iniiyakan ko. Pati na rin yung commute and other stuff na I mentioned earlier. So always go back to the beginning. Always remind yourself why you even started working from home. At least dito, pagod ka lang. Wala kang iisiping traffic, snatcher at yung physical na pagod na kailangan mong danasin araw-araw. Treat your first job as a paid training. You're not being underpaid forever. You're being trained. Yung unang projects mo na yan ang gagawin mong training ground. Sa first project na yan, dyan ka matututo. Dyan ka matututo kung paano makipag-usap sa clients, paano mag-manage ng oras, paano mag-deliver ng output, kaya kahit maliit lang, kahit sa simula, hindi ito sayang. Because for sure, after your first 1 or 2 clients, you'll gain confidence. You'll learn how to negotiate. So there, those are the key factors you really have to ask yourself and consider before shifting into a work from home setup. Just be sure to have them checked or ask yourself all the time. And remember, don't be afraid to start over. There are so many other successful people who are on their later stages in life when they found their real success and value. Kung ako rin siguro tinamad pagkatapos kong panoorin ang tutorial video noon about working from home, siguro ngayon, I'm not where I am at right now. Isa pa rin akong corporate slave na nakikipagbuno sa same cycle ng buhay ko noon. And ayun na nga, working from home, hindi lang yan tungkol sa kape, sa comfy shorts habang nasa Zoom. It's about finally saying, ayoko na ma-stress sa EDSA. Ayoko na ng toxic work environment na may libre lang na kape at papizza pero walang respeto sa oras at value mo as an employee. Gusto ko na ng buhay na ako ang may control. Pero real talk ha, walang magic. Walang magic client na lalapit sa'yo out of nowhere. Walang genie na magbibigay sa'yo ng laptop, wifi at 80,000 retainer fee. Ang meron ka, ikaw. Ikaw at ang desisyon mong magsimula. Kaya kahit feeling mo hindi ka pa ready, kahit minsan parang ikaw lang ang naniniwala sa sarili mo, tandaan mo, every application you send, every YouTube tutorial you finish, every time you resist that TikTok scroll sa gitna ng trabaho, you're getting closer. Hindi mo lang binabago ang trabaho mo, pero binabago mo yung future mo. So kung pagod ka na sa 8 to 5 na parang 7 to 8 na rin, kung sawa ka na sa will get back to you na di na bumalik, then maybe, just maybe, it's time to bet on yourself. Huwag kang matakot magsimula kasi kung hindi ikaw ang lalaban para sa sarili mong pangarap, sino pa? And once again, this is Jomar, Jom for short, and thank you for coming along with me to another episode of Journey of Me.